Hello, hello, hello. Here we go. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of To Be a Better Speaker. We've been working on storytelling. Let me give you a quick recap. Over the last few weeks, we've looked at the protagonist, the hero, if you will. We've looked at the antagonist, the baddie. So we've got the yay, we've got the boo, we've got the conflict. What's the problem between these two? The conflict. Then last week we looked at resolution. We've got to have a closing of the loop. There needs to be an ending to it, a resolution. Now that can be a happy ever after, but it may well not be. But now that could be the end of the tale. And you could leave your audience going, bully for you, all good and well, but so what? And that's the point. When you are using storytelling as part of your presentation, when you're using a story to illustrate a point that you're getting across, there has to be a so what? There has to be a what's in it for me from the audience's perspective. Because otherwise, yeah, well, good and well, nice tale. And so what? What difference does it make to your audience? Because the point is, if they have given you their most precious commodity, i.e. time, you've got to have something back on it. They've got to have a return on their invested time. So what's in it for me? You know, the Whiffam principle, what's in it for me? Have that always at the back of your mind when you're telling a tale, because you're going to be giving a call to action at the end of it. So what we're going to do today is we're going to combine the Whiffam and the call to action. What's in it for me and what are you going to do with it? So let's retrace our steps as to the stories I've been telling you. I was telling you about the glasses that went missing and how I literally retraced my steps to see if I could find them. I left the information how to get hold of me with various places on the way. And there was a big fat nothing came from any of them. The resolution for me was just got to let it go. Can't change it. Let it go. Okay, so what's the Whiffam from that? When I've told that story in the past, it's been an invitation then. It's followed with an invitation to the audience to go, is there stuff that you've been holding on to that, well, you can't change it now? And by holding on to it, it's really not helping you? I mean, I could have gone on and on and on about the fact I've lost my glasses and I couldn't go and get another pair organised as I was leaving for the UK within 2 days. And it takes 2 weeks to get your glasses sorted. So for me, the letting go was the resolution. The invitation to the audience, the Whiffam for them, is to ask them, what are you holding on to that maybe you could do with letting go of? Call to action, let it go, let it go. That was the glasses. What else did I tell you? I told you about the, excuse me, the 2-year-old abandonment situation in hospital and how that coloured the decisions I made moving forward. Now, I certainly can't change that. That was rather a long time ago, well over 50 years. Awareness of that decision that I made and the choices that I've made since, and that flipping the script. Do you remember I was talking about flipping the script of going, everybody's voice matters, including mine. The invitation, the Whiffam from that principle, from that tale, was to invite the audience to consider, what are those early decisions that they have made, that you have made? What's an early decision that has been colouring the way you have gone through life? And is it still working for you? I mean, there have been times when that other people's voice matters has been important. It coloured the fact that I was a speech pathologist for almost 30 years, and other people really benefited from it. I held on to that then, but now I'm aware of it. I've decided to fold that, when to hold, when to fold. I've decided to let that one go and flip the script. So the WIFM in that situation, the what's in it for me and the call to action to the audience is, what is it that you're holding on to that you could let go of? You could flip that script. You could have a more resourceful way of thinking. And just imagine what that's going to do for you. So the call to action is to not only let it go, but also imagine what the consequences of that change of your internal script is going to make. Do you see where we're going with this? You have a tale, you tell the story, you have the resolution, and then if you've told the story, the story really well as you've been going, you've been inviting the audience to come along with you. You've been inviting the audience to put themselves in the position of the protagonist, the hero, if you will, and see, you're encouraging them to think about it for themselves. Excuse me. Proof I'm live. And so then it's then a case of, you've drawn them along, you've given them the resolution that happened for you, and then it's then turning the tables on them and asking them to consider what would be a good resolution for the audience and the call to action that you're inviting them to take as a result of that resolution. Is this making sense? Whenever you're giving a presentation and you're making a point, you have a story to illustrate it, you invite the audience to come along with you and live the tale with you. You give them your experience of the resolution. You then invite them, what would be their resolution? What would be your audience's resolution? And the invitation, the call to action after that. Trust this makes sense. Now, I would love to know some of the tales that you tell to illustrate the points in your conversations, your presentations. Do you remember we've been talking about a story bank in the past? So now you can pop your stories, you can populate your stories under these sections, these headings. Who is the antagonist? Who is the hero? Who's the protagonist? Who is the antagonist, the villain? What is the conflict between them? What is the resolution that closes off that loop? And the WIFM, the call to action, the what's in it for me. That's crucial for your audience to feel as though they've got something out of listening to you. Don't forget, your message is not about you. It's about your audience and giving them something that they can go, I can do something with that. That's the whole point of your message, of your story, isn't it? That's what I've got for you this week. Next week, we move into a different topic. You'll have to come back and find out what it was, or it is. So what I've done there is I've opened a loop for you. Come back next week and find out what we're talking about. And then you can close off that loop. You see how it's all building? If you haven't already caught me on my Facebook page, Wendy Corner, I go live pretty much once a week to give a reflection of my week. Come back and check that out, because you'll see my storytelling in action on a live video for Facebook. You can do this anywhere you're giving a story, anywhere you're speaking, actually. So go and have a think about it. Do let me know. If you can, share some of your stories with us. For now, though, bye from me. Till next week.